What's up, chat? How we doing? So, what took me so long to start the stream? Let me tell you, I was taking a nap. I was tired. You know, I was working on a video, and there's a lot of After Effects stuff in it, so I was like, give me a minute, let me take a nap. So yeah, and I got a little bit of a headache today, so we're gonna drink some water. Remember to drink water. Water is good for you. Were you the one editing? Yeah, I was editing. So yeah. But as an apology for how long it took for me to get this stream going, I'm going to tell you guys one of my favorite posts, about one of my favorite posts I've ever seen, ever. So, what's really funny is that as a VGC player, which is, if you don't know, somehow the official competitive Pokemon format, you know, for tournaments and stuff, there's a lot of different places you could go to learn how to play the game. And one of, like, the places that I think maybe you shouldn't go if you really want to learn, because there's, like, definitely better ways to learn, is like r/VGC. And one of the things about r/VGC is that it's like, it's fine. It'll link you to the right places, and you can ask some questions. But like, most of the posts on r/VGC are like people way at the beginning of learning how to play the game. And it almost feels like some kind of bizarro VGC world where people know about VGC, but no one who like is really good at the game hangs out too often. It's like almost exclusively people who are just starting, it seems like. So sometimes you get like people giving you feedback on teams, and it's uncurated. Anyone can just reply there. And it ends up being like bad advice. It's really funny. Not to hate on r/VGC, I think it's good for starting. Also, don't learn from my videos. My videos are entertainment. I'm not someone you should learn from particularly. But one of my favorite posts ever that went viral on Twitter after the fact, at least within VGC, and I can't find it for the life of me, so if anyone could link me to it, because I really want to find it. Basically, it said, like, I really wish that Pokemon players, when they sent out their Pokemon, had a specific thing that they yelled out. And the funniest one was Wolf Glick sending out his Pokemon and shouting, "In Sin, it's time to roar." And there was one about me, and I forget what my Pokemon, I think it was Wo-Chan or something, but I think Justin Tang had like Palafin, and they had one for that. I need to find it. I really need to find it, because it was so funny. It might not even exist anymore. They might have deleted it, but it was so funny. Anyways, I know this post. Yeah, if anyone could find that for me, because I just need to read it one more time, I'd appreciate it. Anyways, how are we doing? How are we doing? Sorry, I texted my girlfriend. Anyways, if anyone can find that for me, let me know. Let's go. Yeah. In Sin, it's time to roar is something that I will say to my friends like a lot now, because I just find that one hilarious objectively. This game needs more boxes. Low key, not really. I mean, like, you can get every Pokemon in the game and, you know, get them all in the box that you need them to be in. And you'll be fine, you know. You can also just release some of the Pokemon that you don't use. Yeah, changing my grip order. You found it? Wolf Bear Claw? Can you link me that? Oh, you're a member. Can you send it to me in the Discord so I can read it out? Because I really need to read that. I really need to read that. Let me also start my treadmill. In Sin, It's Time to Roar lives in my head forever. Post it in the Discord? Okay, I need to read this. In Sin, It's Time to Roar. Okay. What would each VGC player in the Pokemon World Championship say when terastallizing their Pokemon? That's what it was. All right. Okay. So I had some details wrong. It wasn't the original poster that came up with the wolf one. It was someone else replying to it. Marco Silva, Mon's name, Contera, like Wolfie Contreras. Aaron Zhang, I won't miss with this one. Michael Kelsch, this is why we're the best. It's Wolfen time. Time for Incin to roar. Wolf Glick. Time for Incin to roar. Oh my gosh, these are so funny. See, Darsh is the best one. Prepare to be Mick Free as he T-waves his way to the top. I love Darsh. All right. This is, it's a generational post. We only get posts like this about competitive Pokemon every like 5 years. Anyways. Mine might have been on Twitter in reply to that. I thought it was in the original, because it's one of those things that you remember. You remember it, but you don't remember all of it. Like, you remember a weird version that your brain makes up. As you can tell by me getting some of the details wrong, but it was still hilarious. Also, my treadmill's making noises. Come on, treadmill, stop making noises. Whatever, I'll deal with it. Hopefully you guys can't hear it. All right, now that that's out of the way, that super long tangent, we can begin. Actually, I gotta adjust the angle of my treadmill. There we go. All right. Oh, we still need to use Scovillain. We still need to use Glimmora. Is Glimmora trained? Be sure I trained it. Yeah, Glimmora's trained. Move you down there. You're not trained. Move you over here. Tatsugiri was trained, right? The 4 today will probably be these 3 plus 1 more. And it's probably going to be a Alola Marowak, but only if we go into hyperspace and get the bone. Anyways, the pepper will come eventually. First up is going to be Starraptor, but I think I am going to keep Giga Impact. I think that's hilarious. If I give you $5, can you name your Starraptor biggest bird? Sure. All right. For Starraptor, I'm thinking we go with Starraptor. We can do Golden Go again, to be honest. They fit pretty well together. Starraptor, Golden Go, Chandelure. No, that's 2 ghost types. Starraptor, Golden Go. What are we thinking? Hey, there we go. All right, biggest bird. Fastest hedgehog. I don't even think it's an alpha, so this is just a lie. Alright. But yeah, I think Starraptor, Golden Go. And what do you think, chat? Dream 2 of asking for Steel Beam Pod. I don't think it learns it, bro. I'm pretty sure it doesn't learn it. Let's just go Glaceon. Nah, we'll go Clawitzer. A little Life Orbit. Alright. Let me go full screen on Twitch. It doesn't, I checked. I could have told you that. It's a water bug type. Of course it doesn't learn Steel Beam. Alright. There we go. So, today, we're using Mega Starraptor, who, once again, I did not factor into the to the stream prep that I need to collect some Mega Energy for this intro segment. But regardless, Mega Starraptor. So base Starraptor hits fairly hard, I think. I actually don't even know base Starraptor stats. I guess we can pull those up. But base Starraptor has 120 attack, right? It's got 120 attack and 100 speed. And its bulk is kind of whatever, 70, 60, 85 HP. Mega Starraptor gets 140 attack, 100 defense, 90 special defense, and 110 speed. Pretty good. Pretty good. That being said, in this game, it's probably just objectively better than Mega Hawlucha, right? But in the actual main series games, or like, you know, Pokemon Champions, I don't think you have the Mega Stone on. I know. I would argue that Hawlucha, depending on ability, might just be better than this thing. And the reason for that is it, like, has just a little bit of speed over Starraptor. And the bulk is kind of similar. You lose like 3 attack points, right? By running Mega Hawlucha, but it's going to come down to abilities. Anyways, Mega Raptor. It's a fighting type. You know what we're going to do. Clicking Brave Bird, Brick Break, and Giga Impact. I'm considering dropping Giga Impact so I can run Blaze Kick. Because this thing does get Blaze Kick. But I feel like I'm just going to get more value from clicking Bulk Up and then Giga Impacting into a group for as much damage as I can. And of course, Brick Break is just like the best fighting type in the, or fighting type move in the game. But yeah, that's what we're using today. I now have to wait for the Mega to run out. I hate that. Oh wait, can I do this? I don't know how to make the Mega thing go away. I think I can like rest at a bench, and that makes it un-Mega Evolve. But I just kind of just have to wait before I can put him on a team. All right, there we go. The awkward waiting period. We're running it with Golden Go, Clawitzer, and itself. Should be a solid trio. Just coverage monster, bulky, nasty plot guy, and our Mega. So yeah. Also today we're doing viewer battles, so you know, just a few more days so we can finally do ranked battles. And I can stop getting counter teamed by literally everyone in chat. But yeah, we'll create a room here. And anyone in chat can join. I'll go ahead and make the message so everyone knows. All right. Viewer battles tonight. We're gonna do a new rule. Anyone can join, but after each game you play, please wait 2 games to join another. Because we have enough people where I'm sure that like we can get different people like every single game if we tried. So I am just gonna have it be now a 2-game waiting period, because I don't want to just face the same people all night. All right, get our music all set. Also, I'm on a treadmill. For anyone who thinks I'm out of breath, I'm not out of breath, just very close. We're walking at a pace in which we can maintain a conversation, which is the optimal walking speed. Rotom Wash, that is Chimecho. We're just gonna plot up. Shadow Ball. Surf. Whoa, big guy. Wait, actually, do you not actually have to wait for Tatsugiri? You just go into Dondoza and you get the boost? I was not aware of that. That's fissure. Oh my gosh. I was not aware of that. Apparently we were wasting time when we were playing. Oh wait, that's not very effective. Or that doesn't hit you at all. Hold on, I'm gonna get fissured. I can feel it. Nasty plot. Right here. Into you. Dink. Going to Starraptor. Can I not get hit by that? Okay. Let's go and do this. I'm gonna bulk up here. And I think I am just gonna go ahead. You know, get out of here. Oh my god, it lived. Alright, well that's disappointing. I thought that'd just KO it, low-key. I really thought that would just be a straight-up KO. Alright. I'll take the trade, whatever. Nasty plot up. Oh my god, so it doesn't reach? It's so lame. Go for the brick break. Dondoza, you're so annoying, bro. Oh my gosh. Get me out of here. I got no switches left. What if I do this? Not quite enough. All right, well. No stab on Giga Impact when you Mega Evolve makes it iffy? That's true. I didn't consider that. I didn't consider that we're literally losing our normal typing. That means it's definitely stronger before you Mega Evolve, right? Because you go from 120 attack to... You go from 120 attack to 140, but you lose the stab. Do I just drop it then? Do I just, like, change the move? I think so. I think we just go Blaze Kick at that point, right? Let's do that. Where you at? We also could just do close combat. What if I go close combat over Brick Break? And Blaze Kick. Let's try that. I know close combat takes a while, but like the bird's pretty bulky. We should be able to just connect with it more often than Brick Break. I'm like a Brick Break stan in this game. I really do believe in Brick Break, but this at least makes it so we don't have to really like time it or chase anyone down too much. All right. Let's run it back. Always click the wrong one. All right. Once again, I'd appreciate if people would wait 2 games before joining a new one. And if, you know, we really, really need one more, go ahead and just jump in, but give it a minute. Yeah, look, 3 completely different people. Incredible how that works. All right. Let's try this again. Slightly better moveset. Move my camera over. Raichu, definitely not liking this lobby at all. At least not for the team that I brought. Alright, we still take KO. Ampharos just seems annoying for me. Because I don't have any resists. Spray bird in. Whoop, that sucks. Able to dodge that. All right. It's a Megapod. Nice. I probably should have just Blaze Kicked, to be honest. Dang. Alright, wasn't able to get out in time. You have a heavy electric weakness. Yeah. I know. That's why I said I don't like whatever his name was. Ampharos. Thank you for letting me know. Alright, not able to survive that. Wasn't able to get out in time. Alright, well, we just KO each other. I'll take it. Whatever. Grab this. Mega Evolve up. I'll bulk up. Place kick. Nice. Able to get out of there. Go for plus make it rain. Swap. Alright. We tie with first place. You know, with some abilities implemented with Pokemon like Dondozo and Mimikyu, thank goodness they didn't implement emergency exit. Yeah. It'd be really goofy if they did. Alright. Create a room. Remember, we're just going to do a 2-game waiting period today. All right. Nope, not starting because Drac didn't listen. Because Drac didn't listen. 2-game waiting period today, so everyone can get in. All right, Lena's in. Leaf's in. Whoops. Zera's in. Pretty sure these are all new people. All right. Normal rules. Random battles. This format seems so fun. I love it. It's all right, you know. I mostly just want to see what like actual ladder is going to look like. Because what day is today? Today's the 16th. Ladder goes live on the 18th. So, since I don't stream on Wednesdays, should be up next time we stream. All right, Pyroar. What do you? How are you already on me, bro? Well, I was gonna say, how did Bax catch up so quick? Nice. Shadow Ball should get you. Ah, I didn't get that KO. Alright. Nasty plot up. Definitely gonna swap here. Oh, come on. Is that a Tyrantrum? Yes, it is. Oh, that sucks. Nasty plot up here. That was actually a pretty poorly timed nasty plot because I really don't get anything out of that, do I? Close combat has such a long charge up time. Yeah, but I feel like it's okay on Starraptor just because you don't want to have to chase things down so often. Alright, no KO for me there. Where's Tink? Do you even have anything that hits me? No, you don't. Nasty plot up on you. Crap. Get out of there. Jeez, okay. Dude, to be honest, the the Tyrantrum and the Skarmory KOing each other is always a little bit annoying. Because I'm like, man, I would love to get in on that action, but guess not. Not enough for a KO. Alright. We did pretty bad that game. Alright, faraway players, create a room. Tank had knockoff and Bodos. I think that's for gold. Makes sense. I probably want to try to get an alpha golden go, so I can make sure I have the biggest make it rain possible. May switch out Clawitzer for Garchomp after this game, just to make sure the team's a little bit more balanced. All right. I'm sorry, is that Tynamo again? Okay. Hi, Tynamo. Not quite enough. Ah, dang, someone brought a Latios, or Latias. For future reference, Latias is banned in Season 4. Just so you know. Doesn't really matter here, because this is just like hanging out, you know. Dang, what just hit me? Did I just get Wild Charged and Ice Beam at the same time? Because I should have lived the Ice Beam. I had the defense boost. Alright, let's get out of there. Shadow Ball. There we go. Oh, okay, Tree. Thank you, Tree. What's up? Oh, that's a Tatsugiri? Can I get in that? Nice. Let's combat. Nasty plot up. Thunderbolt should be fine. I just don't want to have to eat both of these. Nice. Oh, nice. Health. Cool. Nice. Okay, we still pick up the KO. Uh-oh. Okay, we don't want to be standing here. Yo, you guys should fight each other. That'd be kind of sick. Can you imagine? Close combat, can I get there? Alright, no KO for me. Alright, we get a first place. Is there a way to pin a message on Twitch? I actually don't know. I got one more game I can do with Starraptor, though. Okay, I can. Cool. Let me make sure this message is pinned on Twitch, too. Cool. I think we're good now. All right, epic. One more game with Starraptor. As I can figure out where my UI went. Armor rules. Yeah, I'll just stick with this. Why not? Don't need to switch to Garchomp. Feel like Starraptor could get Scrappy. Yeah, I think it'd be pretty good if it got Scrappy. Being able to close combat ghost types make it pretty solid. Is Mega Starraptor good? In this game mode, it feels like it's pretty decent. In VGC broadly, I'm not certain yet. Because we need to know the ability. Cleavor. Hey, get over here, man. Get over here, man. Nasty plot up. You guys fighting over here? Check this out. Alright. Bulk up. Crap. Alright, definitely don't want to be near Garchomp right now. And we didn't get out in time. Did I really not get those KOs? I feel like Starraptor keeps reckless. It's possible. Crap. Well, that sucks. Got basically nothing out of that. Let's go into you. Crap. I'm gonna get thunderbolted, aren't I? Ah, crap. Okay. If you're wondering who had the shiny Latias, shiny Tinkaton, and shiny Tatsugiri, it was me. I don't think anyone was wondering, to be honest. Thanks for letting us know. Well, that's one mystery solved, gang. We finally solved the case of the person with shinies in Legends EA. I'm joking. I'm joking. Congrats on getting your shinies. All right. I haven't really played this format much. What are the new megas to watch out for? Most of them just feel like potential mons in my eyes. Mega Goliathpod's unironically very good. By the way, we did awful that game. We did very bad that game. Mega Goliathpod's very good. Trying to think if there's anything else. It seems like Mega Meowstic's solid too. It just has enough tools where it's like solid. And I'm not really certain what else is like amazing right now. It's mostly just like the same, but like a lot of the non-megas got better. Or a lot of like the non-megas are like notable, like Golden Go, Marowak, that sort of thing. All right. Anyways, that's gonna be it for Starraptor. I don't know, it was solid games. Solid games to Starraptor, got a couple of wins. Anyways. What do we use next? And how long do I have before I can get off the stupid treadmill? We are halfway done with the treadmill. Awesome. It's kind of hard to play and walk at the same time. I'm used to streaming VGC on the treadmill. No interference in VGC gameplay. You're just freaking walking. I'm just clicking my moves. This one, I actually have to kind of lock in. All right. I'm thinking we could do Mega Glimmora. Mega Glimmora seems interesting. Pair it up with... Definitely need a flying type. I am currently pro Talonflame. Glimmora Talonflame doesn't seem bad. And Garchomp. Trying to think if I am missing any of my bases there. Yeah, it seems not terrible. Should be good. Let's go with that. Yeah, it's Glimmora time. All right. And yes, we are using Spiky Shield because I think Spiky Shield's kind of essential. You need to be able to block earthquakes. I could drop Sludge Bomb for like Dazzling Gleam, but I think that that's not worth it. Gyarados could better deal with grounds. I suppose we could do Gyarados. Yeah, no, because then I have like a huge electric weakness again. I guess we could drop you. And we'll do Gyarados. Where's my Gary 2? Oh wait, we might not be able to do Gyarados. At least not a fishing Gyarados. I don't know if I have like... Do I have the items? Oh. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use Gyarados, but it's not gonna be a fishing Gyarados because this thing is not hyper trained. This is not hyper trained, but we're just gonna roll with it. It'll be fine. I don't have the XP candies. I spent them all. What are we thinking? Probably just the Wakan berry. Swampert? I don't have a Swampert ready. And I want a flyer. Alright, we're gonna do non-optimal Gyarados. And just ignore that that's the thing. Alright. We are using Glimmora. Mega Glimmora to be specific. Mega Glimmora is really, really, really weak to ground moves. Besides that, and it's also huge, it's gonna get hit by literally every Earthquake, so we do have to run Spiky Shield. Beyond that though, we have Earth Power. Earth Power is just like a solid move. I'm mostly running it because of the tracking. I'm considering maybe Dazzling Gleam could be better, or it could be better. We got Meteor Beam. Takes a minute to charge up, but it is kind of like an instant KO on most Pokemon. And then it's followed up by a Sludge Bomb, which has decent range. I can EV train you a Gyarados. Nah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We're also using non-efficient Gyarados because I don't have the XP candies to hyper train it. And I don't feel like it because it's going to be fine. We're mostly using Glimmora. It's literally friendly battles today. I don't need it. All right. But yeah, we are doing non-ranked battles today. And the reason we're doing non-ranked battles is because the ladder is not up yet. The ladder is not up, and that makes me very sad indeed. But it should be up by the time this video goes up, I think. Let's begin. Link play, private battles, faraway players, creator room. Fear. Fear, 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 fear. All right, normal rules. Kind of excited to use Glimmora. Also Gyarados. I haven't used Gyarados in like a year. Game hasn't been out for a year, but it feels like I haven't used Gyarados for like a year. The Shiggy Wiggy. There's Pyroar, Garchomp, PZ. Swords Dance up here. Really? Interesting. Cool. Oh, jeez. Didn't like that at all. Go for the waterfall. Ice Fang. Bounce. Waterfall should get you. Didn't get that KO. Oh, yeah? Hold on. Nice. Okay. I didn't realize that we didn't KO yet. Can I get this off in time? Oh, geez, we got one shot by Focus Blast. Mega Evolve here. And low key, Meteor Beam. Nice. What did we get hit by? Earthquake. Yeah, figures. I can live that waterfall pretty easily. Oh, come on, dude. That sucks. Oh, God. All right. That Focus Blast one-shotting us is crazy. I mean, it's got the attack boost, so it makes sense, but... Ah, crap, we're getting earthquaked. King Club, thanks for the tier 1. Appreciate you. Kind of hoping to catch a few things with that. All right, yeah, I couldn't get the earth power off. I think Glimmora probably needs its space to function, so that little park probably isn't great. All right, faraway players, create a room. Go with normal rules. Glimmora just seems too big for its own good. Yeah, Mega Glimmora being that big is kind of a hindrance. You just get caught by every earthquake. Also, Chase, weren't you in the game before? Pretty sure you were. Read the rules. Read the rules, bro. I'm not going to restart this one because we're already basically there, but read the rules. I did? I don't think you waited 2 games. Pretty sure you were in the previous one. Alright, I'm gonna sword stance here. Ah, come on. Alright, managed to pick that one up. What's up, Pod? I bet you we get this. Yeah, we probably do. Cool. Let's keep you out. Not quite enough for the KO. Oh, come on. Managed to Mega Evolve out of that one. Gonna have to Spiky Shield, though. Crap. Let's get out of there. What if we just sneak this in? Oh, we're getting it. Cool, we actually got that. Get out of there. Ooh, infestation. Crunch. Alright, we're stuck in here. Cool. Let's get out of there. Giga Impact's crazy. Paralysis. Alright. Cool. Not a terrible game. Also got to issue an apology to Chase. They were not in the previous one. I was mixing them up with someone. I just wanted to double check. All right. I went back and checked to make sure I wasn't just calling out the random person. All right. Mega Scolipede is a drone machine. I love it. When does season 4 start? Like tomorrow at midnight, I think. Sometime around then. Metagross. Oh, hey, Tynamo. Brrr. You got like Ice Fang or something? Outrage. I live that. Cool. I was like, I live that. That is a Roserade. Ah, dang. Okay. Oh, well. I was gonna say, I saw their Earth Power start up first. Still pick up something with that. Nice. Oh, geez. Alright, so I don't know why. I thought Magnet Bomb took a while to actually deal damage, and I was trying to time my, my Spiky Shield. I was wrong. Magnet Bomb just does it immediately. Thought it was timed. Ah, dang. Alright, Mega Evolve here. Switch. Oh, am I gonna get hit by that? Okay, good. Crap. It's like the slowest projectile. So it, no. So what I was confused about is I thought that it sticks to you for a second and then it deals damage. But it just takes a while to get to you before dealing damage. That's the difference. Oh my god, bulldoze. Cool. I definitely don't want to be there. Wait. Meteor beam. Ah, it's not enough. All right, I'll take a second place. That's fine. I think we do like 2 more games of Glimmora. All right. I've had like 7 connection errors in the last few times of trying to join. Yeah, it could just be your internet, unfortunately. Actually, no, it's more likely that it's just it was full, you know? I think armor should be good next season. It's probably fine, you know? Similar to Delphox. Delphox might be a little better, but armor cannon hits really hard. I guess it depends how good armor cannon is. Ah, crap. All right, well, that sucks. Gonna reach? Ah, it doesn't reach. All right, Mega Evolve to dodge that. Can I get this off? Nope. Crap. All right, yeah, I was kind of in the fray of everything there. Armor cannon's projectiles decently fast? Yeah, it's probably gonna be good then. Wait, I'm sorry. Did the wall just eat my freaking thing? I think the wall literally just ate my thing. Alright, that's still not gonna appreciate it. Oh, well. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, we get one shot by flash cannon though. Swap here. Mega Evolve. Actually, no, we don't have time for that. Just Meteor Beam, whatever. Probably gonna switch. Still get hurt though. Can I get this? Nope. What's up, man? Alright. Luckily for me, I can finally hop off the freaking treadmill. Alright. Give me just a second so I can sit down. All right, chat. Let's get one more. Whoops, hold on. All right. All right, chat. Let's get one more with Starraptor, but also I'm going to switch my controller. Actually, wait, I can just do it like this. I can literally just dock them and I'll be fine. Cool. All right, create a room. All right. Set the rules, normal rules. Go to Glimmora. And we're all ready. Heat Wave startup on Armor is just slightly slower than Armor Cannon. And yeah, Armor Cannon's gonna be better then. I see you have Prime 4. How's that game been? Prime 4 is a very, very good game. I would argue it is currently... Oh, I didn't start the recording. I forgot to start the recording. Okay, there we go. I think Prime 4, the person who asked in chat, is currently the best game on the Switch too. And like the discourse surrounding Prime 4, I would argue is like 80% grifting. Like those people did not play the same game as me. I've been playing Metroid Prime since I was a kid, and Prime 4 does feel like it's more accessible, like purposely so, but I don't actually take that to be a very bad thing. I think that it does its job very well. It's the first game in like a brand new storyline, and that's important to have. You need to make sure that people can access the game and like get hooked on the gameplay loop, which the gameplay for Prime 4, not that bad, you know. But as far as like quality of the game, it's very good. I think that basically it's all people that just straight up didn't play the same game as me. There are people saying that this game is that Prime 4 is worse than Other M, and I'm like, okay, that's how I know you're lying, because Other M is very bad. Prime 4 is like, how do I explain it? Okay, so give me a second. Basically, it's like a bunch of people decided that the first Metroid Prime game to score a the first Metroid Prime game to score an 85% instead of a 95% is one of the worst games ever made. And I'm like, okay, well, that's just like disingenuous at that point, you know? I have not heard anything from someone who's liked it yet. I would argue it's because you probably haven't spoken to people who played the game. Unironically, I think a lot of people just straight up have not played the game and have been listening to like the opinions of, how do I explain it? All right, so like I'm a YouTuber, right? I'm a YouTuber and I hate YouTubers. A lot of people nowadays don't go and consume a piece of media for themselves. They will take the opinion of their selected YouTuber. And that's frustrating beyond belief to me, because I don't think it's my job to tell you guys how to think. I think it's my job to tell you guys how I feel about something. And then you guys can do with that information what you will, right? But there's like an entire culture surrounding YouTubers where it's like, what did my YouTuber say about X piece of media? Well, that's my opinion, you know. I am now an expert on this topic because I watched one YouTube video essay, and it's like, come on, you know that's not true. People act like that, right? Yeah, literally, it's like the iceberg lore videos that like ruin discourse over things. But like with Prime 4 specifically, and I like got on a bit of a tangent there regarding like YouTuber culture. There are straight up YouTubers whose entire job it is to negativity grift, is the way that is what I call it. Negativity grifting is basically like heavily photoshopped thumbnail of a piece of media, big red letters, it's bad, and then like a 11-minute cranked out short review of something that does not engage with it on any more than a surface level, while going into it with the intention to make it look bad. People who do this would be people like Lord Frogmire, I think, is the current one that people like talk about all the time. Berlisify does this too, but like with Pokemon. And then there's also that one guy, I can't remember his name, but he made like a whole YouTube video essay about how like Tears of the Kingdom is like the most woke game ever made and it's brainwashing people. And I'm like, that's a Zelda game, bro. Like, okay. And like, I don't know, it's those people who will like be like, the new Star Wars is woke, and it's like, okay, well, you can engage with it on a deeper level than that. Like, I don't like the new Star Wars because I don't like a lot of the way that they write the characters. You don't like the new Star Wars because they have like a person of color in it, you know? There's a difference here. New Star Wars is bad, but you like it, you dislike it for a different reason. And people will do that with like things on YouTube, and currently like it's a whole grift with like Nintendo games where it's like, how can I get a lot of clicks? I get a lot of clicks by saying thing is bad, and then people will watch the video, and then by watching the video and getting angry and replying, it boosts it in the algorithm, and I get more money. It literally is more profitable to be negative about something than to be paid to be positive about something. Unironically, the YouTube revenue of a 1 million view video is way more than a sponsor for like a video that's like not going to get a lot of views because it's sponsored. But it's a matter of like enjoying what you do. Like why don't I negativity grift? I don't negativity grift because I want to wake up and like what I do for a living, you know. Some people just want money. Yeah, negativity grifting's so annoying. I'm not going to say that like Metroid Prime 4 is not worthy of criticism. There's tons to criticize. There's tons to criticize, you know. But they're not really doing that. They're kind of just like talking about the desert and nothing else. And like Miles, I forget his name, Miles something. And you know what? I forget his name because he doesn't show up in the story that much. What you do is you land on the planet. He's your like tutorial guy. When you finish the tutorial, you go back to him to upgrade your weapons, and you never have to really talk to him beyond that. And every once in a while, he'll drop you a hint. And that's it. And he doesn't do any more quips. He doesn't try to be funny past that point. He's funny for his introductory segment for characterization purposes. Well, funny, you know, Marvel funny, right? And then past that, he's just like not even in the game. I don't know. It annoys me. They focus on the other characters. But that's like a huge tangent. I don't know. I had to explain that. Liv, you can keep that in the video if you want. Miles is a little annoying. The desert is slightly boring, but these are very small issues of the game. Yeah, the game's awesome, you know? I really like the game, but it has issues. You know, it's not my favorite Prime game, I think. I think my favorite Prime... Well, it might be. I like Prime 1 the most, obviously. That's like my favorite one of the whole trilogy. And I don't think linearity is necessarily a bad thing. Also, who just... Cinematic, thank you so much for the the 10 gifties. Cinematic, thank you for the 10 gifties. But yeah. And I want to remind you that we went through this whole thing with Metroid Dread 2. As though Metroid Dread is not, like, one of the best games on the Nintendo Switch, right? And I remember the discourse with Metroid Dread was so goofy. It was like, why are we paying X amount? I forget how much it was, like $40, something like that. $50, even if it was like $60, I don't really care. It was a good game. I still play it. I still literally load up Metroid Dread and play it. If you don't remember, when Metroid Dread came out, there were whole video essays, Twitter threads, Reddit threads saying it's a 2D game. It shouldn't be whatever the price was. And I'm like, okay. I don't think a game being 2D makes it worth less than a 3D game or like less value, you know? I don't get it. You know, I don't understand, like, people don't understand like video game development, and I don't understand video game development. I don't make video games I play Pokemon for a living and write videos, you know? I don't make video games, but I don't pretend to understand video game development, you know? I don't pretend like I do. Yeah, and Metroid Dread's my favorite 2D Metroid. I played Super Metroid, I played Metroid Fusion, Metroid Zero Mission, AM2R, all these different ones. Metroid Dread is my favorite. For hype moments and aura. Anyways. Long tangent there. My point is, play Metroid Prime 4. If you've never played a Metroid game, you're gonna love it. If you've played a Metroid game, you're probably gonna love it. Because it's more Metroid. If you played Metroid Prime 3 and enjoyed Metroid Prime 3, you're gonna love Metroid Prime 4. That's my review. All right. Also, unironically, the final boss is very fun. The final boss is very fun. I'm not going to spoil it, but the final boss is an extremely fun fight. There are some people who will straight up hate the game because it is extremely linear, but you have to keep in mind that like all of the Prime games are actually fairly linear. They're not made to be sequence broken, you know? Sequence breaking... I'll be the first to admit, sequence breaking in Metroid Dread for the most part is an accident. You know, there's like a glitch that you can do where you can like missile a thing early. And it is possible to get Morph Ball or like bombs early. It's mostly an accident with Metroid Dread. And you can say that that's a you know, a point off for it. With the Prime games, sequence breaking is entirely based off of glitches. Entirely. I think the best you could do is, and this is how you know I like Metroid, right? So you could scan dash to get the double jump early. I think it's called like the space jump in Prime 1. You could scan dash from the beginning area to get the space jump early, but that was patched out after the initial release. That doesn't exist in like certain versions of the game. All right, that was a long tangent. Very long tangent. We're done with Metroid talk. Dread does have the best bosses, yeah. What am I using next? Tatsugiri? I don't know if I want to use Tatsugiri. Kind of a boring Pokemon. Alright, if I use Tatsugiri, I think it has to be Golden Go, frankly. Maybe not. If I use Tatsugiri, I'm thinking kind of need a steel type. I think maybe I go with like Glaceon. Nah. Let's go Tatsugiri Excadrill. And that's probably a solid combo. If I could find the other Excadrill. There it is. Tatsugiri Excadrill. Salamence can be interesting. Haven't used Salamence. Oh wait, that's double dragon type though. Skarmory? Nah. I definitely need more just like normal flying types that aren't megas, because if I use a mega, it's like a waste of a slot. We'll just throw Talonflame in there. Talonflame's fine. We'll be fine if we use Talonflame. All right. I do have to use Garganical at some point. I hope the Glimmora video is just a Metroid rant instead of Glimmora. We can do... Liv, if you want to throw the Metroid rant at the end of it, that'd be funny. We could also just throw it in as like a bonus on the channel. Like the second channel is just clips, you know? It is just clips, so... Moxie Boosted talks about Metroid and negativity grifting, whatever. Alright. Let me make sure I have the Mega Energy to do this intro. I always forget to do that. Cool. Glimmora Prime 4. Glimmora is kind of like alien-like, you know? All right. All right. Today, I did not give it its Mega Stone. Burp, burp, burp. I completely passed it. Tatsugiri Nights. Tatsugiri Night. All right. Now we can actually begin. So, today we are using Mega Tatsugiri, quite possibly the least needed Mega ever. Here's the thing. Mega Tatsugiri does not interact with Dondozo like regular Tatsugiri does, which means that Mega Tatsugiri will probably not have Commander or any type of Commander-like ability. And that's okay. That is okay. Mafu, thank you so much for the sub. But yeah, there's no reason to be doing Dondos with Mega Tatsugiri. Mega Tatsugiri gets like what, 135 special attack or something like that. Let me look it up. It's extremely unimpressive. We get effectively a regular Pokemon. Yeah, Tatsugiri goes from 475 to 575 base stat total. Yeah, 135 special attack, 125 special defense, and 92 speed. Everything else is kind of whatever. So what do we get to do? We get Muddy Water, which is a slower version of Surf, but it also slows down the opponent, which should allow for us to catch up to them, which I think is kind of cool. We get Ice Beam, we get Draco Meteor, we get Dark Pulse. This is quite possibly the least interesting Mega in the entire game. But we're going to try it out anyways. I just don't really see how it could be good or fun, you know? Oh, yeah. Going back to the Metroid Prime 4 rant, you should be a conscious consumer, but you should also, you know, you should criticize games, you know, but you should also, like, bear in mind that a lot of the people who criticize games on the internet for a living do it in good faith, but there's also a fair amount of people who do not criticize in good faith because it's more profitable to do it that way. Unironically, as a YouTuber, misinformation gets you more money. I'm not joking. But you hate what you do if you do that. All right. That's Crater Room. Yeah. Like, I could negativity grift all I want and make lots of money, but there's no reason to. Other than making the money. Because everyone just dislikes you. You hate what you do for a living. You have to be like a very stone cold person to do that, you know? Watch this be Clawitzer, but bad. It probably is. Life Orb Clawitzer will hit harder than this thing. This is going to be Clawitzer, but bad. Which is why we put it on this team, because that's usually Clawitzer. Yeah, I could run Nasty Plot on it. I think the coverage is probably just a little better. Honestly, if I drop anything, probably Draco. Nasty Plot Draco could go hard, though, you know? I don't know if anything else gets Nasty Plot Draco. Other things get, like, Workup Draco. Golurk, Garchomp. Alright, we are immediately going into you. You get Muddy Watered upon, if I could. Actually, let's do this. Cool. I did not mean to KO you, but I'll take it. Oh, we just both got fissured. We just ignored a Golurk long enough for it to fissure us. Wonder how much this is gonna do. This is just for science. I know it's not gonna end well. Cool. How did that flash? Oh, it's got the attack boost. I was like, how did that flash cannon do so much? I don't get it. Oh, that's Meteor Beam. Let's get out of there. Oh, couldn't get out of there. How's Mega Tatsu going, Moxie? We just started, but I'm assuming it's going to be bad Clawitzer. I guess we do this. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Yo, use a move. Use a move. Use a move. Cool. Okay. Back into you. What's up, bro? How's it going? Tatsu, it's time to Giri. What just happened? I was like, wait, I'm sorry. Crazy callback to the start of the stream. That was a while ago. I've been live for like 2.5 hours. Tatsu, it's time to Giri. Really? Hold on. I see the line. Tatsu, it's time to Giri. We're not getting that KO. Alright, well. Everyone here is weak to fire, basically. Ink. Alright, let's just do this for fun. Why not? Whee! Well. You need to flash freeze your sushi so it's edible. Talon, it's time to flame. Metroid Prime 4 on the internet for money. I hope no more games released without abilities and tire the speculation. Me too. I really would just prefer if we get abilities off rip. I understand no abilities in this game because it's a brand new battle system. They don't want people to be like, okay, so, you know, people playing Pokemon for the first time in a while. Okay, so I have to attack in real time. My moves have cooldowns. Plus moves give me full damage, but only if it's super effective. I can only boost up to +1. And also, I can't Earthquake Electros. You know? Like, and also, freaking Gastrodon's immune to water moves. You know, there's a lot going on there. If it's like a brand new... Like, the next time we use real time, you know... I would prefer abilities, but like this first time I get it. So far Legends games haven't had abilities. I mean, the last one didn't have items either, like held items. This one's got held items. It might be as a consequence of megas being in the game, but I'm hoping we just work our way towards abilities next gen. So looks like Tatsu is purely I'm bringing this out to Mega Evolve. Yeah, it's so far, whoever said worst Clawitzer, you were completely correct. I should probably put Hydro Pump on it, but I need Muddy Water for the thumbnail, because otherwise people ain't clicking. No one cares. Excadrill, it's time to Mold Break. Oh my gosh. Alright, but hear me out. Hear me out, though. Hear me out. This will actually KO. No way they have Play Rough back. Okay, well. I'm just not going to engage with that thing. I was gonna say, you're Annihilate. You are not switching. You want that boost. Well. The thumbnail should be a picture of actual gas station sushi. We are actually using gas station sushi. Yeah. You're completely correct. We're using literal gas station sushi. You're not living this, right? You are living this. And you are annihilating me. Nice Shukaberry, bro. Also, happy birthday. It's not my birthday. Why are people saying it's my birthday? Talon, it's time to flame. Wow, that worked. Cool. Well, that didn't work. Chatter's birthday, L streamer. Oh, okay. Happy birthday. Look, I can't read every chat. I'm in the middle of streaming. Also, that was in Twitch chat, my least favorite chat. Haha! You almost did something. Alright, but can you survive the Draco Meteor of Judgment? You can survive the... Dude, this mon sucks. This is the worst mega ever, dude. It's just worse Clawitzer. It's just worse Clawitzer. There's no way around it. Talonflame is doing what it can to carry the sushi. I mean, it's a bird of prey and a small fish. It's gonna carry it away, you know? I think he needs Nasty Plot. Yeah, we're gonna try that next. We're dropping a move for Nasty Plot. Probably Dark Pulse. And we're probably just gonna redo the whole moveset. This mon needs something here. Alright, we are gonna go with... Should I try out Scald? I think I just keep Hydro Pump. I think Hydro Pump's probably just the better move. Cool. Alright, let's try that again. Yeah, he's gonna live in the box. Look, Tatsugiri lives in two places in ZA. The PC box or Dondozo's tummy. Like, there's a difference. There's a difference between this mon and, like, every other mon in the game. And it's that every other mon in the game might be usable. All right. How does Dondozo work with Tatsugiri without doubles? You just send out Dondozo and it eats Tatsugiri. That's literally it. It just does it. He just knows. You just have to have them on the same team. Also, apparently, we were doing it wrong. Apparently, you don't need to send out Tatsugiri first, because I watched someone in one of our battles just send out Dondozo. Ampharos on the field sends out Dondozo. It eats the Tatsugiri. You don't even need to send out Tatsugiri first. I thought it had to switch from that to the other, but no. Just have to have Dondozo and Giri. What's up, Trev? Ooh, wait, what just happened? You! Aha! Stay still, please. Well, that was our one shot of having this guy do anything. Cool. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Ah, dang it. Have a good night, cat. Oh, I just hydro pumped. Hold on, that might work out. Okay, that somehow worked. Somehow that was fine. Thanks, Tatsugiri. You're really pulling your weight, bro. All right, nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. Check this out. All right, Tatsu, it's time to Giri. I said it's time to Giri. It's time to Giri. Okay. We didn't get any KOs out of that. crap. All right, Tatsu, it's time to Giri. Hold on. Oh crap, we took damage from that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, managed to dodge. All right, Tatsu, it's time to Giri. That did nothing. We got nothing out of that. Dude, Tatsugiri actually, like, maybe irredeemably bad. I just don't see why you would ever run this guy. I think your watch might be broken. What are you talking about? Oh, because it's time to Giri? Yeah, it's apparently never time to Giri. That's what we're learning. It still has not been time to Giri. Even though I'm not a hater of Legend Z, I probably won't get this game and opt for Scarlet and Violet. I'm leaning more towards Violet because I like Miraidon's design more. I mean, yeah, it's a little late to be getting Scarlet and Violet because we're probably getting Gen 10 next year. Like in probably exactly a year. I would argue ZA will get you more bang for your buck in terms of a gameplay experience at this point. Violet, still good if you want to play competitive. I think the only reason to get Violet over ZA is if you want to play competitive. That's kind of it. And I guess there's also just more Pokemon in it if you want, if you care more about the single player experience. I think if you want a good single player experience, ZA. If you want a good multiplayer experience, Violet. That's like my take. But also bear in mind that Champions comes out in maybe 2 months. You think Champions would be free to play? I don't know. I don't know, but you can play it on your phone, and I still don't know how to wrap my head around that. Still have no clue how to wrap my head around the concept of being able to play a Pokemon game on my phone. That isn't something like freaking Go. All right, Tatsu, time to Giri. Wow, cool. Sugarberry. I bought Sword for the first time 6 months after SV came out. Did you have SV at that point? Because I would argue one of the best parts about playing Pokemon games is the social aspect. So I would just, if you have to choose between getting the previous game months after the fact or waiting to get the new game, I would just wait to get the new game every time. I thought it was confirmed no pay to win. Oh yeah, but I mean there's still pay to play. I have no clue. I would hope that it's not pay to win because it's where we're playing competitive. You know? But as far as pay to play, we don't know yet. I'm pretty sure it was a boosted earthquake. All right, Tatsu, it's time to Giri, I hope. Dude, this is a generationally bad Mega. Well. Alright, I got no more switches. Just accepting my fate. Or my fate. I really hope that the mobile version of Champions is sprite based. Definitely not. Definitely not sprite. They would not do that. It is 100% just gonna be 3D models all the way through. It's not Showdown, you know, it's a whole game. Nope, wrong button. That's the thing with Champions, like, because it's not like a game that probably has like any kind of story to it, and it's mostly just a battling simulator, or even just a battling host. I don't even think it's a simulator. I think it's just straight up where you battle now. There's a lot of fun things you could add cosmetically. And I think that, like, yeah, like Sarge, having a mascot Pokemon by your side would be really cool. Changing your ball throwing animation, better character customization. I really hope the character customization is about as good as EA. That's all I care about. It's probably not going to be. But over the long lifespan of the game, if it's not as good as EA, I would be disappointed. Upon release, probably not incredible, but if it eventually reaches EA territory, I'm very happy. All right, this is my last game with Sushi. I am not enjoying Sushi whatsoever. What Mega from the DLC feels the best to play? Golisopod's incredible. Zera's the best Mega by far. I don't think that's true at all. I think Zera's just okay. I think Golisopod's absurdly strong. They gave that thing stupid bulk. The ability to deal with its weakness prior to Mega evolving. And after, if you have a water move on it. And only one weakness in the whole game, and it's fire. I just pray the customization is as bad as Unite's. I haven't played Unite. The UI does look very Unite-esque is the thing. I'll give it that. It does look very Unite-esque. Also, where's Dance? I'm not catching up to you. What's up, bro? Nice. Oh, jeez. I didn't think I would get caught by that. I straight up do not know what Tatsugiri is supposed to do. This feels like the most we just gave it a Mega because whatever Mega ever made. Oh my god. Nope. Nope. Did not get our first KO with this thing. I think we got one KO this whole time. Alright. Cool. Our first KO with Tatsugiri. Check this out. You'll never believe this. This is totally gonna work. Okay, we're dead. Unless. Nope. I'm just gonna spam Tatsugiri. Tatsugiri's gonna do something in this game one way or another. You! Stay still. Thank you. I have Porygon too. Oh, we're frozen. I think I'm gonna try P2 for Thursday stream. P2 just seems like really good. All right, you're gonna have a defense drop, which means that you're totally dropping to this, right? Yes. Okay, we did it. Tatsugiri. It was time for Tatsugiri, and it worked. It happened. Tatsugiri'd. Oh my gosh, Tatsu just giried all over that thing. All right, Tatsu. It's time to Giri. Oh god. Z-Absol in ZA is very good. I think Z-Absol is like on par with Garchomp in terms of strength. In the main series games, I think Z-Absol is probably going to be kind of bad in doubles. A lot of people keep saying like, oh, you know, Z-Absol's like the Calyrex Shadow Killer. No, it's not. No, it is not. I can't stress that enough. Z-Absol is not the Calyrex Shadow Killer. Does it outspeed it? Yes. But that's like it. Oh, but it one-shots Calyrex Shadow. It can one-shot it with knockoff. Incineroar can do that. Morpeko can one-shot. By virtue of being a dark type, you beat Cali Shadow most of the time. Absol is arguably one of the worst answers to Cali Shadow, and here's why. You're not living the Astral Barrage. That ghost typing hurts you more than it helps you. You're not living the Astral Barrage. You don't get a Focus Sash. You have 60 special defense. And you have no spread moves. You have no spread moves. There is going to be either a Sash Calyrex Shadow across the field that lives your hit and then KOs you with Astral Barrage, or there's going to be a Life Orb Calyrex Shadow that you can outspeed and KO if it weren't for the fact that there is a Clefairy next to it that you cannot KO, and that's going to redirect the hit. Anyways, that's my rant on Z-Absol versus Cali Shadow. I'll probably make a short about it. That's worth a short. That is worth a short. Calyrex Shadow could also probably one-shot you with Draining Kiss. It doesn't need to Draining Kiss. It can just click Astral and it one-shots. All right. That's going to be it for today, guys. Tatsu giried all over the place. Totally. Tatsu totally geared. That was one of the worst. One of the worst megas I've used. All right. But if you're watching on Twitch, which 40 of you are, stick around. We're going to raid one of our friends. If you're watching on YouTube, I'll see you guys later. See you guys Thursday, not Wednesday. I don't stream on Wednesdays. Thursday. Goodbye.